The truth is that addiction is a chronic, treatable disease, much like diabetes, high blood pressure, or asthma. Up to 70% of patients in treatment for alcohol dependence are successful. Cocaine treatment is successful for 60%, and opiate treatment is successful for up to 80%. Long-term recovery from addiction does work.
People don't understand recovery. When somebody say they're in long-term recovery, which means that they've been alcohol and other drug-free for 10, 15, 20 years, there are people that don't know that aren't aware that people can actually abstain from alcohol and other drugs, and more than that, actually live lives of sobriety and success.
Even with my own family, a lot of them just didn't understand addiction. Addiction is in everybody's home, and it's not to be judged at. And sometimes it's so difficult to love on us when we are in our addiction.
Even if a person has never had a problem with addiction, everybody has had things they've had to deal with. There are those of us that struggle with our weight on a regular basis. There are those of us that struggle with other things that we know that are dangerous for us and not healthy for us, lack of exercise and other things that we should be doing that we're not doing to take care of ourselves. And what I would say to people who are out there that don't really understand that recovery is possible and don't understand addiction, please see it from this perspective. Understand that you yourself have some challenges.
I see the value of having this public demonstration. When you hear somebody talk about their own experience in recovery and what they've been through and and how their life has changed as a result of getting in recovery, whether it's through treatment, whether it's through church, or whether it's through 12-step groups, whatever, you really get to appreciate what they've been through.
No matter what your walk of life is, that there are people that have been through the pains of addiction who are lawyers, who are doctors, who are teachers, and they're elected officials, and they run municipal government and everything else in every walk of life.
I became a very strong advocate for keeping treatment programs in place, for telling my story and speaking out so that might encourage other people who might not otherwise seek treatment to do so.
We are important, special people out here in the world, and we're not a reject. So if you're listening, please give yourself a break and get some help.
What people need to know is that it's a process, and it doesn't always happen overnight. And sometimes we've made the mistake of treating addiction like we treat a broken arm. We put a cast on it, and we wait a couple of weeks, and we say, okay, we take the cast off and it's supposed to be well. Well, that's treating it from an acute care perspective, where we treat the immediate problem. But addiction is more like chronic condition. It's more like high blood pressure that has to be treated forever. I mean, and all the time. It's more like diabetes that needs to be treated all the time. And so it's a process. And a person may have may be in recovery, but they need to continue to follow their protocols. They need to be compliant with their recovery plan because that's how the process is. And that's true for anybody with a chronic condition.
It provides hope for those people that are newly in recovery or those that are seeking recovery when they see there's other people around. You get a mix of people here. You got people who are, we've asked one year, and we had a surprising amount of people that had 20 or more years of recovery here. So that's incredible. It means a lot in their lives, and it means a lot in our communities.
By erasing the stigma of addiction, more people will be able to access the treatment they need, and we will be able to reduce all of the other problems that addiction brings to our society. All it takes is a little understanding and patience. Through events like Celebrate Recovery, we can help create a positive image of what it means to be in treatment and long-term recovery.